What's up, guys? It is good to be back. I have a whole week of videos planned for you. First, we have this one. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and release my review for Live by Night, Ben Affleck's new movie. Then I'm going to do a special sort of how-to video similar to the how to make Justice League and how to make action videos that I've made in the past. You guys seem to like those. I have a great time making those. So I'm going to make one. So without further ado, let's start talking about M.Night Shyamalan's comeback movie, Split. So like I said, Split is directed and written by M.Night Shyamalan, and the whole movie revolves around James McAvoy's character, Kevin. Now, Kevin has 23 different personalities living inside him, and they're always battling for control. And one of his personalities, called Dennis, kidnaps 3 girls. The main girl is played by an actress called Anya Taylor-Joy. And essentially what these girls, they try to convince Kevin's nicer personalities to help them escape. It's an extremely thrilling movie, it's an extremely suspenseful movie, and it's one of M. Night Shyamalan's best movies. Now, remember when I said this in my La La Land review? Musicals are my least favourite genre of movie, and my second least favourite genre of movie is romance movies. Well, I was kind of lying. There's another genre of movies that I don't watch, and that is horror movies. I detest horror movies. I feel like they offer nothing. I don't watch them. That's the only genre that I really do not watch. I can't stand them. And so the IMDb page and the Wikipedia page and all the stuff that you can find on the internet in regards of Split, the movie, has said that this was a horror/thriller. I feel like this is a lie. It's not a horror movie. It is a straight-up psychological thriller with bits of horror peppered into it. Yeah, of course, there are some pretty disturbing scenes, but it's not a horror. Now, because this is an M. Night Shyamalan movie, of course there's a twist at the end. And I feel like I can't really talk about the movie without talking about the twist. Now, the first half of this video will be spoiler-free, but at the end of this, I'll give you my thoughts and my score, and then we'll get into the spoiler bits because I really want to talk about the ending. First off, let's talk about what I liked about the movie, because there is a lot to like about this movie. First off, M. Night Shyamalan's direction is amazing. This is definitely one of the most intense movies I've seen in a long time. Also, the script that he wrote for this movie is very good. There's a couple flaws here and there, which I'll get onto later. But for the most part, the script is very good, and the direction is very good. The technical aspects of this movie are damn near flawless. I mean, the cinematography gives you this very sort of suspenseful and self-contained, very sort of claustrophobic feeling. Also, the score in this movie is very good. It felt very seamless. It's kind of like the score was sort of creeping into the scene, and as the scene goes on, you can start to hear the music, and it's very nice touch, very good attention to detail. The best part about this movie is the ending twist, which I will get onto later, like I said, and James McAvoy's performance. Before this movie, I mean, I had seen James McAvoy before, obviously, in the X-Men movies and, like, Wanted and stuff. And I always thought, okay, this guy's good, you know, he's decent, he's a good actor, he really does a good job of capturing the characters, and he's kind of underrated. He deserves to be in a lot more films. After seeing Split, I am immensely terrified of this guy. He shows so much range. I mean, you know, he has 23 different personalities, which means he kind of has to be, like, very happy at once, very childish, and then, like, in a split second, he has to be very intense and calm, you know? Now, when you think about actors who have a lot of range, people tend to think about Christian Bale, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jared Leto. You can now add James McAvoy to that list, because not only does he give one of the best performances of recent memory, in my opinion, he also gives one of the best performances of his career, and he blew me away in this movie. Also, Anya Taylor-Joy plays the main character who gets abducted. Like I said, I don't watch horror movies, so I haven't seen The Witch, I haven't seen Morgan, but people tell me that she's very good in that movie. I don't know about that, but she is definitely very good in this movie. You see quite a few flashback scenes that show us the sort of dark, tormented backstory of the character, but if that wasn't there, she would still have been convincing enough to make me feel sympathy and care about the character, and I feel like she definitely adds this extra layer of complexity to her character, which is very nice. Also, I want to talk quickly about I guess a storytelling choice that M.Night Shyamalan made that I think improved the movie a lot. Now, as I said, this is an extremely intense and suspenseful movie. And one of the things that M.Night Shyamalan does is he realizes when the suspense is getting to a tipping point, you know, getting too much, and he gives us a break. What I mean by that is there are a few scenes, right, where James McAvoy's character goes to meet with his psychiatrist, played by Betty Buckley, I believe. Not only do these scenes offer a break from the tension, they also add an extra layer of depth to the movie and an extra layer of intrigue. And they also actually give us a lot more information on how the condition of James McAvoy's character actually works and how the different personalities kind of develop and how they sort of work. I guess some of it is exposition, but it's good, it's useful exposition, otherwise the movie wouldn't make sense. Now, the one flaw that I have with this movie, which is a pretty big flaw, is pretty much leading up to the third act, this movie has been nothing but a straight-up psychological thriller. And towards the third act, James McAvoy's character does a few things that are a bit out of place. They don't really feel like they should be in this movie. And they feel a bit ridiculous. But the ending scene, the twist actually justifies his actions towards the third act, which kind of made the movie a lot better for me. That's all I'm going to say for the non-spoiler review. Overall, I really liked this movie. I thought it was a great comeback for M.Night Shyamalan, and it gave us one of the best performances of the year so far by James McAvoy. You know, if this movie had come out last year, I would have said nominate him for Best Actor right now, but obviously it didn't. Anyway, guys, I love this movie. I give it an A-. Now, if you're still here, time for some spoilers. Yeah. This movie is part of Unbreakable. It's a sequel, sidequel, whatever. I went fucking crazy when I saw Bruce Willis at the end. It's so satisfying. Unbreakable is one of the best superhero movies, even though it didn't really know it was a superhero movie, I've ever seen. I thought Unbreakable was amazing, and having seen the origin story of an Unbreakable villain is extremely intriguing. Now, the twist is the best and the worst part of the movie. The best part being that, like I said, it's a part of Unbreakable. That means we're going to get to see more of Unbreakable, and hopefully we're going to get to see Bruce Willis fight James McAvoy. That is going to be insane. But the reason that I feel it maybe lets the movie down a bit is the fact that it takes away from the self-contained one-off idea that is Split. It turns this into a cinematic universe, which is a really good idea. It's a really nice change of pace when you have a more realistic superhero cinematic universe, but it also makes Split feel less standalone. But it's still very much standalone. The twist doesn't do a huge amount to change the movie, but what it does is it actually justifies the actions that James McAvoy does at the end. I mean, you know when he turns into the Beast, right? And he has like fucking veins bulging out, and you know his skin's bulletproof, and he's climbing on walls. I was like, what? No, that's ridiculous. But all of this was justified when we found out that we were in a world, we were in the Unbreakable world, right? Where Bruce Willis has superpowers and Sam Jackson's a genius. It definitely made James McAvoy's character towards the end feel a lot more justified. You know, this is his power, and you know, his weakness is his mind, you know? And I'd love to see them explore that a lot more in future installments of this cinematic universe. That's all I have to say. I love this movie, okay guys, I really like it. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. I didn't think I would enjoy a movie like this, but you know, it's nice to see M. Night Shyamalan come back and do what he does best, which you know, it's these really simple, self-contained thriller movies. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll have my Live by Night video up very shortly, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, maybe even today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.